All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and who also were well. Peace and salutations to those of the hopeful elect. All right, just want to do a quick lesson. All right, going into the book of Revelations, 18th chapter, concerning, prophecy. Okay. And Lord's will, we can build off this. All right. This is Revelation 18. And I'm gonna start at let's start at 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. All right. And pretty much, once America, gets hit with those missiles, okay, that's all that's going to be left. All right. Is a desert wasteland. All right. There's going to be no artifacts or any type of proof that there was, a city or a great country here. So the only thing that's going to be left after those missiles is going to be dunes and desert, desertland. Okay. And, the scriptures speak about the Arabian not pitching tent. Pretty much going into Salakia. Let me grab my charger real quick. Salakia. But yeah, pretty much going into how nobody's going to dwell. No man is going to be able to live on the soils, of post America. All right. Which is going to be a wasteland. Okay. The only thing that's going to dwell there is all kind of, desert and creatures, unclean creatures. All right. Verse 3 says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All right. Going into the different philosophies. All right. The ideologies that, the spirit that Babylon has pressed in the earth. Okay. These other nations, have drunken that, that wine. They have adopted, the ways of the West. Okay. It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And that's how it's talking about America, because, all these nations are pretty much doing business with America, the abundance of her delicacies. All right. Everything that America has is outsourced. All right. What these big companies do, they'll come up with the design, the techies, but then when it comes to producing the actual product, they'll go to another country and, have it be produced for pennies, on the dollar. All right. And once the product is produced, it's shipped to America. So everything is being outsourced. All right. Which is pretty much a lucrative thing for these other nations. All right. Which is why these other nations have a love-hate relationship with America. All right. They love America in the sense that they can make money off her. All right. But also they hate Babylon. They hate this place because this place is prideful. All right. And, they see the TikToks, they see, the American diet. All right. And, even though at one point these nations wanted to be like America, we're in a point in time where, these nations are mad. Well, let me actually get that real quick. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, which is going into philosophies. Therefore, the nations are mad. All right, when you go into the word mad, it means crazy. All right, delusional. All right, but also these nations are actually mad too, because we're in a time where, you know, everybody's coming up against America. All right, these nations, they realize that they've put off their customs and their ways. And also these nations, they're also watching their own people abandon their ancient customs in America. Because you have a lot of heathen nations, they'll leave their homeland, like in the Middle East. You know, you got women that'll come over here and be whores. All right, these other nations, they're seeing that. All right, and you know, it's a more incentive for these people to hate Babylon. All right. But then again, it's also a lucrative thing for these other nations as well. So I'm going to read back in Revelation 18:4. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. All right, because the Lord is getting ready to plague Babylon, America. Well, the Lord is plaguing Babylon already. All right, but in a sense, you know, the Lord is really going to plague this place to the point where, you know, the time of Jacob's trouble, all right, the hour of temptation, all right, where there's going to be major diseases, you know, pestilences, you know, there's going to be food shortages to where people are actually dying of hunger. All right, there's going to be martial law. These are all plagues, but the greatest plague is going to be the thermonuclear missiles, as well as the fire from the chariots. All right. So that's, you know, the major plague that's going to be sent. All right. But the Lord is saying here, it says, come out of here, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. All right. So the Lord is calling out to his people, which are the Israelites. All right. The Israelites, which consist of you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians. And then you have Israelites, all right, that may look like another heathen nation, all right, but through their father's lineage, they actually go back to one of the patriarchs of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. So this is who the Lord is calling out to come out of here. And how do you come out of here? All right. You do it spiritually, mentally. All right. Your mind. Okay. Let me actually get a quick precept. It's St. John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. All right. So accepting and understanding, ultimately believing upon the truth, because the Lord has his men professing the gospel, which means good news. All right. The Lord has his men out there, the actual prophets, breaking down the scriptures, how it's supposed to be breaking down. Okay. Prophesying. Okay. Speaking, you know, according to what's for to come, according to what the scriptures are saying. Now, you're only going to have a small group of people, a small group of individuals that's going to take heed and actually believe upon the truth, the word. All right. And when you fully believe in this truth, all right, then, you know, everything, you know, opens up to you. All right. You start seeing everything for what it is. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai is going to come back. All right. To make everything right, man. All right. You start making sense of everything, like the state that our people's in. All right. The state that the earth is in, who's ruling, the wicked that the Bible speaks of, Esau, Edom. All right. And also the truth sets you free, because now you have a lively hope. All right. The hope of salvation, deliverance. All right. That's sure to come. The Lord is not going to allow wickedness to continue. All right. Which Babylon, America, this is the beacon of wickedness. This is where the signal of wickedness goes out, and the people of the earth, they cleave unto that energy. All right. And Esau, Edom, he even has 2/3 of Israel promoting, that wickedness. All right. Then it's on the unicorn, which is the web. All right. And the wickedness is completely on display. Okay. So the Lord is going to have to bring a major judgment. All right. So verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. All right. Even how this place was established off the backs of Israelites. All right. And the blood of Israelites. Lord hath remembered those things. And the Lord is also looking at the things that's happening now. All right. It says, for his sins have reached unto heaven. So, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. All right. That can be applied to America now. All right. When you go into it, the most UFO sightings in the earth, you're going to see America has the most so-called UFO sightings. What those are the angels, and the so-called UFOs. Those are the vehicles that the angels ride in. And the reason why there's so many sightings in America is because this is Babylon the Great. This is the place where the majority of Israelites are at. This is the place where, the bulk of the salvation is going to take place in Babylon the Great. This is the place where the great destruction is going to take place. All right. Because all these other nations, they're coming together to go against America, Babylon. All right. For the iniquities, for the evilness, the wickedness. Verse 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup she hath filled to her double. So that destruction. Okay. Verse 7, it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. And that's pretty much these people here. Everything is at the tips of your finger. You can order this, it'll come to your house. If you need to go somewhere, you can get an Uber. All right. These people are living deliciously. All right. But they're doing so in wickedness. All right. Folly is set at high regard. Okay. The ways of Yahweh Shema Shai is looked at as an abomination. Okay. It says, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow. Yeah, and these people are proud. They don't believe that anything is going to happen to them in America. They don't believe that America is ever going to collapse. All right, they think that, America got the greatest army. Well, we're in the times where, according to prophecy, these other nations, they're gonna do America in. All right. These other nations, they're going to come together and shoot their missiles upon Babylon. All right. And America has an outdated missile defense system, which is going to fail according to prophecy. All right. And America don't have high level missiles like Russia and these other nations do, man. OK, so these people are walking around delusional. They're walking around as if judgment is not going to come upon them. And they're comfortable, and they're constantly perpetuating wickedness. OK, so it says, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am a widow and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord who judgeth her. So that's the judgment, the verdict for America. It's already written, So these things is getting ready to take place. But before America is destroyed with those missiles, Jacob's trouble have to happen in the MOTB, which is the subdermal device, the Neuralink. That has to be made mandatory, according to Revelations 13:16. These things have to take place first before America gets hit, before the Lord burns America with those missiles. All right. But leading up to the great plague, the great destruction, it says, let me read that again, Revelations 18:8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. All right. There's going to be a collapse. It says death and mourning. So there's going to be a lot of death, a lot of people mourning. All right. That's the opposite of having a good time. If you're in mourning, that's like a deep gut wrenching emotion. That's like, continual sorrow. Okay. Continual pain that people are going to be feeling. All right. And right now, these people's laughing and joking and being proud and being demons. And, a lot of people look down upon, those that believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Those people are going to be mourning very soon. All right. Now people, they're catching hell now, but they're still trying to play it off. All right. Especially with social media still going. All right. But there's going to become a time where people are really going to be crying in the streets, man. All right. And it's real going to be dead bodies laying out. Esau Edom's going to come down with that wrath, man. And there's going to be different civil wars going on. It's going to be like the Book of Eli, the Purge. All these things is finna come. All right. The Lord is finna cut out all that playtime. All right. Cut the party off. It says in mourning and famine. So there's going to be a food shortage. And when there's a food shortage, people are going to start freaking out because a lot of people can't go one day without eating, man. All right. Especially here in America, where these people, their whole lives, they've been eating nothing but chemical compounds. All right. So they're addicted to all these processed fast foods. And to be able to cut that off cold turkey, these people are going to be out for blood. All right. They're going to be looking to kill the next person and eat them. All right. Which that's going to actually happen according to the scriptures, man. It says, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. So ultimately, people's going to be lining up to get the MOTB. All right. Because they're still going to have some sort of hope in Babylon that this place could bounce back. And Esau's going to push that C-hip. All right. And deceive these people. All right. And the majority of these people, they're going to take the C-hip and then they're going to get hit with the missiles, man. All right. It says, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. All right. So Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. I didn't go through the whole chapter, but I just wanted to, hit that passage real quick through the spirit, because this is prophecy, man. All right. And we're in that time. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai is preparing those that are elected to be delivered. And who elected the individuals of the elect to be delivered. All right. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has chosen spirits on the earth to be delivered. And those spirits are on the earth right now. So the Lord is currently building his elect up, getting them prepared to survive. All right. These times that we're about to enter into, the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. All right. And ultimately witnessing the return of Yahweh Shai to deliver and to destroy. Okay. But the elect will be delivered in these times. All right. So the elect is getting built up. All right. To endure. All right. So we're in that time. So Lord's will is as edified. I want to say, call all Yahweh Shema Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, forgive me, spirit, through this lesson. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, taught us the truth and lost will well. Peace and salutation to those that are hopeful elect. Shalom and above all.